Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Andrew Lethbridge. I'm an energy healer, a Reiki master, and I've got my own range of super cool t-shirts. Check them out, they're infused with Reiki energy and they make you feel amazing. But before I start today's video on New Earth energies, timelines, deaths and rebirths, I just want to say thank you for all your support. If you do like these videos, forward them on to a friend or subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the better content I can deliver to you and the better guests we can get on. I'm super excited. I'm launching my own show within my show called Aligned, and each week I'm going to be inviting on an amazing person. It could be a channeler, a coach, a yoga teacher, and we're going to discuss their how they get aligned, their spiritual journey, and it's going to be super cool. So check that out, that's coming soon. But today, as I discussed, we're going to talk about New Earth energies, timelines, deaths and rebirths. So the energy at the moment has been so crazy. May was like, oh my God, what is going on? In May we had 21 solar flares, and if you don't know what solar flare is, the sun is made of plasma, and it sends that plasma across the universe, and we were hit by 21, and obviously when it comes into the earth, we are all plasma as well, and we're made of light, so we're absorbing all this magnetic plasma from the sun, and it penetrates through our bodies, and everyone has really different effects from the solar flares. Some people are super tired, so if you're really tired in May, it is because of the solar flares. Some people are wired, so they're like, can't sleep, really super awake, like they've had 50 coffees. You can feel really emotional, unstable. You could be sleeping too much or too little. And what's actually happening is the plasma is hitting our bottom 3 chakras. So we've got 7 chakras. We've got the root chakra, which is below our hips. We've got the sacral within our hips. We've got the solar plexus in our stomach, we've got heart chakra, throat, third eye and our crown. And when the plasma comes into our body, it's purging energies out of our lower 3 chakras, which is our root, our sacral and our stomach. And them 3 chakras are where we hold all our ancestral issues, any trauma, sadness, anything from your childhood, any relationship issues. So once the light hits and your body absorbs it, it's bringing all these emotions up for you to basically release, but obviously that can be very traumatic. Last month I was seeing so many of my clients, and they were all going through different things. It was kind of the same stories but different things, like exes and not sleeping and work stress and am I doing the right thing, and all these issues are coming up for you to release them so we can get to a higher dimension and higher vibration. Basically our bodies are made of carbon, and the energies are helping us to go to the 5th dimension, which is like a crystalline energy. So we're going to change from a carbon energy to a crystalline, so that's all coming up. And 2024 is a year of personal transformation for everyone. There's so much going on in the world. There's wars, there's more illnesses coming, it's all noise, and we really just need to focus inwards because everything starts within. If you're on a high vibration, everyone around you will be on a high vibration, and the world is mental. So if you're feeling good, you project that out to the universe and you only ever see good. So it's really important, guys, at the moment we do our inner work, some self-reflection, some meditation, some just keep yourself calm, go to the park, move your body, exercise, because this helps with the solar flares. This helps us process the energy and make sure you're grounding a lot. So far in June we haven't had that many solar flares, but I'm sure there's going to be more on the way. And what I was finding out in May, I was getting migraines some days, and a really good tip when we've got solar flares, or even you're just not feeling well, so my head was like pulsing, and I had clients and I was like, I really don't think I can do clients. And what I'd done was I just visualized my third eye opening, and every time I'd done that, it actually helped absorb the energy into my third eye, and actually my migraine ended up disappearing. So if you're having similar problems, you've got stomach ache, imagine your stomach opening and just absorbing energy in, or any pains in the legs, try your root chakra, or if you've got sore throat, open your throat chakra. It really does work, and it's just a simple visualization. You can open the chakra and imagine it being filled with white light. This really does work. I use it all the time. It's so funny because I say to my partner, oh, I feel like I'm coming down with something, and then I leave the room and I go and just literally send white or gold energy into that part of the body, and then I come back 2 minutes later and he's like, I thought you wasn't feeling well. I'm like, I'm totally fine now. So try that out. It's really good, and you should be cleansing your energy every day anyway, and just cutting cords. You can do that by just closing your eyes and imagine you're cutting cords and just releasing, because every time you have a communication with someone, you're attaching cords to each other. So at the end of each day and the beginning of each day, you should be cutting cords. And also this energy that's coming into the planet, unfortunately there's a lot of people who can't handle this new energy. There's so many people getting sick, there's so many people who have got like cancer, and there's other people who are just dying. The reason why I haven't actually filmed a video for a while, because actually probably like 2 months ago now, a really close dear friend of mine messaged me, well actually he called me to say that he had a brain tumour, and that he'd only got a couple of days to weeks to live. So I'd never gave him healing before, so I said, let me come to your flat and I'll give him healing. At this point the tumour had grown so much that he couldn't walk, so I went round his flat, I gave him healing, and that night he texted me saying, oh my god, I can walk. But from that he was walking for a few days, and then he just took a downhill spiral, and basically he got put into a hospice, and basically from that moment I was giving him energy. I was going there every couple of days and I was doing distant healing sessions, and this is a person who didn't really believe in energy. I don't really think they understood my journey, but as soon as I started to give them energy, he said that it removed a lot of the pain. It really reduced his pain, his inflammation in his body, and literally on his deathbed he was saying to me, do not sweat the small stuff. Life is too important. Get out there, have fun. We worry about just the small stuff all the time and wind ourselves up, and life is for living. So that was like such a poignant message from him. And I'm not going to lie, at the beginning when I found out he was going to die, it really shook me. It shook my faith in the universe, but I restored my faith again, and over the 4 weeks I was healing him. It was the most humblest thing I've ever done in my whole life. To help someone pass to the other side and help to reduce their pain was just amazing. I just feel so humbled and blessed that I could help a friend do that. It was just an amazing opportunity for me. And then on the day before he died, I went to the hospice, and actually gave him energy. He couldn't actually talk by this point, but I said, do you want energy? Blink. And he blinked, so I gave him energy. And as I put my hand over his heart, I just felt all of his emotions, and I just started to cry. I mean, he didn't know I was just crying, because it was helping to release all the pain in his body. And then before I left, I said, I know you can hear me. I just want you to know that when you pass, your family who have passed already are going to collect you, and you're going to be so happy. And one day you're going to come back to me and tell me it was the best thing ever, and you feel so good and you're so happy. And then I left that day, and I knew he was going to die the next day. Anyway, he did die the next day, which was like super sad. And I called a friend who's a psychic and a medium. She was helping me heal him distantly and just give him energy to help him pass and to reduce his pain. And I told this person he died, and she said, let me tune into him. And she tuned into him, and she said, I've actually got a message for you, Andrew. He said, you're right. He's so happy. And at that point, my heart just blasted open. Obviously, she was not privy to that conversation we'd had before I left. Obviously, he was with his family, and I obviously when I had my awakening, I saw that we reincarnate, we go back to source. And I always say, like, we're on the frequency of Radio 1 and spirit's on the frequency of Kiss FM. So they are in the room with us, but we just can't see them. It's kind of like a neutral vibration, and they're always with us. And just to know that he was happy and his pain had gone, it literally blasted open my heart chakra. And it was just one of the most amazing experiences of my life. That it was so sad, but it just changed my vibration so much, and it's so intimate to be with someone in their last days of their life. And I was just honoured that I can do that. And I'm seeing there's a lot of people like dying at the moment, and this just means their soul is ready to basically go to the other side. They've had enough of this life, they're ready to go. And it was just, yeah, so that's why I've not been recording the last couple of months. Obviously that's been going on, and obviously I was really upset, and obviously spending a lot of time healing that time and also working with my clients, so which is why I've not done any videos, but I'm now back and I'm so excited, I'm ready to go. And also there's just been like timelines collapsing, so we're in the physical world, but the astral world and the physical timelines are now crashing together. And also we're having super weird dreams at the moment. All my clients are coming to me saying, I'm thinking about my job from 20 years ago. I'm having sex dreams about my old partner from 20 years ago. And it's all like freaking people up. It's obviously that some people are having bad dreams, but this is all coming up for us to release these energies in our bottom 3 chakras. And they say that when we're awake is actually the dream, and when we go to sleep we go back to the astral, back to source, and we travel, and that's really the real world. And I honestly believe that. So all this stuff is coming up for us to clear, and if you work through your own pain, it really does make a difference to your life, and you just feel so good. And also time is speeding up at the moment with all these new energies coming in. The days are flying by. It felt like January literally a month ago, and we are now in like mid-June. So yeah, it's just a lot going on at the moment. We just need to be compassionate of ourselves when these things are coming up. Try and observe and not get caught in the emotion and be like, oh my god, I feel really bad, I feel emotional. Obviously if you feel like you need to cry, that is so good. I always say to my clients, your tears are like tears of gold, and this is releasing old energy in the body. So this is so good for everyone. So obviously you can cry, go for a run, go to yoga, just try and move the energy through your body. I mean, I keep waking up at the moment and it just feels like all my muscles are like knotted and tight. So I'm really making extra to stretch at the moment, do a little bit of yoga. I'm not a big yoga person, I used to be, but I'm just doing some stretches just to align my body. It's all about alignment for us. And also another thing that's coming up with my clients and for me is like creativity. We really need to be creative. I posted a video on Instagram a couple of weeks ago. I haven't drawn. I done one art class like months ago for an hour, but I haven't actually drawn since I was 16 years old. So I bought some paper and some pens and actually drew a Mickey Mouse, and I photographed the process. It was super cool. And he had Balenciaga trainers on and a Dior cap, and it was just like, I felt so good. That day I was buzzing. I set the timer for an hour and just like drew, and I just felt so, I could feel like source and spirit running through me, and it was so good. So just pick up some hobbies from when you was young. Obviously I used to like to draw, but maybe like one of my clients has started to go ice skating, and she just said, oh my god, it's like just find time for yourself. You don't have to always do self-care. It could be dancing, it could be going to football, whatever you want to do. It could be drawing. Just try and find a hobby, and it really quiets the mind, and just the energy runs through you, and it really does help clean your chakras. And another mantra I've been working on at the moment is I'm ready to live my highest timeline. I've really noticed a massive shift with this mantra. So if you don't know what a mantra is, it's kind of like a empowerment statement. So it's like, I'm ready to live my highest timeline, I'm enough, etc., etc. So I've been working with the with the mantra of I'm ready to live my highest timeline, and I've started to get more clients. I've really have some amazing people I've met recently. So yeah, really mantras do work. So really check in with that. And yeah, that's a video. I want to keep it short and sweet today, but obviously if you are experiencing these energies, it's totally normal. Obviously we just need to be neutral to every experience and not think of everything as positive, negative. And it really does take the emotion and the stored energy out of your body when you are neutral to events. Hit me up below, put any of your comments. If you do like this video, honestly give me a like, or subscribe. Once a month I pick a subscriber and I offer them an energy healing session. I'm having some epic sessions at the moment, so check them out on my website. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I love you guys. We're energetically connected, and if there's anything I can do, just give me a shout out. If there's anything you want me to cover, let me know on below. But I will see you next week, and we're going to talk about how to manifest. I've got 3 amazing techniques that I use which are amazing, and they really do help, so check them out. And I'll see you soon. Take it easy.